Welcome everybody to the Caleb Ken Podcast, episode 8. And yes, this is going to be a shorter episode because that's just how it's going to be, okay? You might be thinking, well, why are you even calling this a podcast series if it's short? Because I want to, and I can. Let's turn off the fan. I'll probably do like a little time lapse of it, I'm not sure. Today's episode is, I'm a multi hobbyist, and that's what I do. So here's the thing. Whenever I'm out in public and people see me filming, or if I tell them about my YouTube channel, I always kind of dread them asking me what I do on YouTube. Not because I'm like, people are asking me about my life. I'm too good for you. No, I'm not talking about that in that sense. I like that people ask about me, you know? Like any human being, you know? I like people when people ask about my channel because they're interested. But I dread it because it's complicated to I just yelled that out loud. It's complicated to explain because I'm a vlogger, actor, content creator, host of the Caleb Ken Podcast, travel enthusiast, hotel reviewer. You get the picture. This is why I dread doing it, because most of my videos are vlogs, but now I'm branching out into other stuff that I'm making for content. For example, I make a few comedy skits. I make a bunch of hotel reviews, mostly at Disney, but again, hotel reviews, airline reviews, although that's technically vlogs, but still. And then you have other random videos, like the lottery ticket video that I did and other random stuff that I did. And then you have the podcast episodes where I'm talking about life lessons and I'm actually being serious and not joking all the time. Although sometimes I do joke in there, but still, the point is I have a lot of things that I do. The photography, the freaking photography that I do, it's just a lot, you know. It's really complicated to explain, and I'm kind of going crazy right now. But it's just kind of the vibe I want to give off, just because I feel like it probably would add some entertainment and some humor. But anyway, the point is, I think that it's actually a good thing to be a multi-hobbyist, because here's the thing. You might argue I've centered my entire personality around this entire channel. I would disagree, but you can have your opinion. There's nothing I can really do to change that. I'm not going to just convince you the whole entire time and try to tell you, no, you better listen to me. I can't do that. That's human nature. We're all going to have our own opinions. But that's not the point. The point is, I have many hobbies, and I think that's totally okay. For example, one of my very big interests is theme parks, roller coasters, thrills, all that type of stuff. I'm a huge fan of that. And I've made a few content about that type of topic, such as top 9 roller coasters at Disney World Resort, or I think there was a few other videos. No, I think that's probably about it. Oh yeah, and I also did my last episode that was actually about why I prefer Disney parks over Universal parks. That's another one. So there's a few stuff around it, and of course all the vlogs at Disney and Universal, and that Busch Gardens Tampa vlog that I did. So it's a lot of stuff like that. Like even the slingshot at Daytona Beach, although that's kind of under the radar because that's basically just Daytona Beach because it's a beautiful place to go to. But you kind of get the picture. You know, it's just a lot, you know? So it's a lot. So you will see a big like thrill or theme park mindset on a lot of this channel, but it's not the only thing that I'm interested in and I want to do. For example, the photography. Have you seen the photography videos? I mean, like, I think they're pretty good, but that's just coming from me. Again, you have to make your own judgments because I need valid criticism. I've always been really interested in like taking pictures on my phone, editing them, not to the point where it's completely fake, but to the point where it makes it stand out and it makes it look beautiful. And that's what I do in there. And then I like to share it around on Instagram. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I announced it on Instagram when I first did it, but I haven't addressed it on this channel yet. And so if you want to go check out my Walt Disney World photography account, here it is. Please go check it out. But again, you don't have to. I'm not going to force you to, because that's not me. But anyway, on the topic, I'm super into photography and I like to post about it on my Instagram. And then another thing is I like to do comedy skits. As I mentioned before, I'm an actor, so sometimes I want to come up with something funny, or if I want to just come up with something not necessarily funny, but just something that involves drama or just anything that's acting, like, I'll do it. I mean, I was Tin Man in high school and I sang. It's actually also one of my hobbies, is singing. I don't like go out in karaoke night, although I probably would. I mean, like, there's that one vlog in Lake Tahoe. But I don't really get any opportunities to really do that. And also, I need to find more songs that are more in my range. I think I kind of need to work on that. You're probably asking yourself, why don't you do music? Well, the thing is, I don't know how to make music, like the instruments and stuff. I don't know how to do any instruments, and I don't know how to create rhythms like how artists can. Like, if I was ever in a band, I would just have to constantly, like, say to people, like, thank you for all the praise that you give me, but really, you need to give the praise to all the band members. They're the ones writing the lyrics. They're the ones doing the music. They're the ones doing all that. All I do is sing. If I was in a band, I'd do all of that if I was the singer, because there's no way my mind could ever do something like that. But I make videos. I think that's good enough. I don't know. But yeah, as I was saying, like, I have a bunch of other topics. Another one is the hotel reviews. I've always been super interested in hotels, like I've said in many other videos. And now I'm turning that into a career by making hotel reviews. Yes, I know, they're mostly at Disney. But there's 2 other videos. And as soon as I complete all the checklists for Disney, then I'll go branch out into Universal. Probably when I turn 21, or if I get a reservation under just anyone that's 21 or over. Until I get to the point where I'm 21. You know, I make content about that. And I know that's something that Gary Vee actually talks a lot about. He says, if you have a hobby about pots or coffee mugs, you could literally turn that into a podcast and you can make money talking about the things that you love. It is a bit of extreme because, you know, you're talking about pots. I don't know if he said pots, but he said some sort of inanimate object. And he said that you could turn into a podcast and you could literally make money talking about the one thing that you're actually interested in. Now, of course, I'm not going to talk about pots. But you kind of get the point. You could literally anything that you're interested in, you could turn that into a hobby. And as long as you're authentic, you're putting in the work, you're putting in the dedication, it will get noticed. And as long as you don't whine and complain, you will get the career you want. And that's why I have a lot of passion with this. A lot of you are looking at me like, okay, I can't stand this guy. You know why? Because he's too idealistic. You know what? I can see where you're coming from. But me personally, I don't want to live with any negativity in my life. I don't want to think any negative thoughts. I don't want to think any, be like, oh, what if this doesn't work out? No, I have these thoughts sometimes. I'm just playing with it, sorry. But I have those thoughts sometimes, but I don't really let it get to my head because that would kind of take my drive out. I know you might be thinking there's too much positivity could be a bad thing. And I see where you're coming from, but you don't know the power of me. So what do you know? And then, of course, you know, I made a few videos about some airline reviews like with Delta or Southwest, especially the first class video that I made with Delta. Like, that got like 10,000 views now, which all of you guys watching who watched that video, thank you very much. Love y'all. Well, not romantically, but you get the point. You get the point, community-wise. I don't know why I had to make a joke like that. Probably to add humor. What am I doing? Can you just be normal, Caleb, for once? Sorry, I had to throw in some humor. But I think you kind of get the point. I don't really want to categorize myself into just one box. Now, you might be looking at me thinking, okay, you realize there's a ton of famous people out there that do more than one thing. If you look at Justin Timberlake, he's a musician, but he's also an actor. Yeah, that's true, but I have a lot of hobbies. And I want to try to incorporate every genre or interest that I have onto this one channel, instead of just kind of just branching off into different ones, which you might be thinking, well, that's kind of bad for YouTube if you're trying to make a career off of that, because it's kind of just conflicting other audiences that you have. Well, you know what? I'm going to take my chances. I'm going to prove that authenticity can prove that otherwise. And if it doesn't, I'll think of something else, because what bad could it do in the end? You know what I mean? It was just kind of an interesting topic I wanted to bring you. I am a multi-hobbyist. I think it's totally okay to be more than just boxed in one type of category with the type of content that you make. I don't want to judge my entire personality off of one topic, and I don't want to be categorized in just one topic. If you want to generally know me from something, that's totally fine, but I personally do not want to be mainly centered on one thing and then just stick to that and say, hey, he can't do this other stuff. No, yes, I can, because I can. But what am I yapping about? Okay, I think I've kind of said everything I've needed to say. Thank you for watching this review. You dumb Caleb. Thank you so much for watching this episode, and I will catch you all next time. Over and out, on to the outro. No, it's supposed to be like... Okay. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to go check out some other videos that I have made, you're just one click on the channel icon away from doing so. If you want to find me on social media, I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. They're listed right up. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share if you wish to do so. And if you are or will be a returning viewer, I will see you in the next video. Have an amazing day.